Why this story matters. This piece offers a constructive counterpoint to the constant stream of negative news. Quick summary. This story highlights recent developments related to persistence, showing how constructive action can lead to meaningful results.
Kevin Nazemi interviewing President Clinton. CBS Mornings. It was a bold request for an 11-year-old.
Kevin Nazemi wanted to interview the President of the United States. Kevin didn't seem to care about his age or that he recently immigrated to America from Iran and his English skills were still developing. Would you like to read more good news about persistence? Great kids, USA President Missouri and White House. The boy who lived in Missouri at the time had a class project to create a news report, and he couldn't think of a better subject than the current president, Bill Clinton. Kevin wrote a formal letter to the White House requesting an interview. Staffers sent him a coloring book in return, but it didn't deter Kevin. He began calling the White House instead, making his persistence known in daily calls. One of those phone calls eventually reached junior staffer Dave Anderson, who at least listened to Kevin's rather outlandish request. Anderson was only 23 then, and all these years later, he still remembers the kid's persistence. His tone was demanding, Anderson told David Bignord at CBS Mornings. It never felt like, pretty please, can I get an interview with the president? It was much more, when can I interview the president? After a few weeks of daily calls, Anderson relayed the request to an always affable President Clinton, who actually agreed to the interview. Clinton was heading to Cleveland soon and could meet with Kevin there.
11-year-old Kevin Nazemi interviewing President Clinton. CBS Mornings. The interview, which was only supposed to last 8 minutes, ran on for a half hour.
Clinton enjoyed the interaction. The kid asked good questions and Clinton gave him some good advice too. Kevin's interview eventually became a 30-minute special on a local TV station, which had partnered with his school on the class project. Perhaps most importantly, the experience left a lasting impression and numerous lessons he would never forget. Nothing is impossible. You can accomplish anything with enough persistence. The precocious young man eventually studied at MIT and Harvard's business school. He founded 4 startup companies, making good on the American dream that he chased down all the way from Iran. He also stayed in touch with Anderson as the young White House staffer grew up and had 2 children of his own. Then out of the blue one day, Anderson received a letter explaining that Kevin had set up college funds for Anderson's kids Noah and Maddie as a thank you for believing in him. Recently they got to meet for the first time. He also reunited with President Clinton, who, not surprisingly, still remembered him 30 years later.
Watch the CBS Morning video at the bottom. Kevin's reunion with President Clinton. CBS Mornings. And it all started with a bold request by an 11-year-old that launched the boy on a successful trajectory through the next 3 decades of his life.
The opportunity that Anderson and President Clinton provided for me convinced me that you should set really, really big goals and be persistent towards them, Kevin said on CBS. More great kids. Boy throws Jimmy Carter-themed birthday party, gets surprise from his favorite president's daughter. Boy offered $1 to man he thought was homeless, then gets richly rewarded for his kindness after teen dies. Friends visit his grandma for breakfast every Wednesday to ease grief. The generosity and the honesty in the experience of sitting down with Clinton showcased for me traits that I've tried to carry forward in my professional and personal lives. And he's been paying forward Anderson's kindness ever since. Embedded content. Inspire friends to be persistent by sharing this on social media. Article goodheadlines.org curates positive and solution-focused stories from trusted sources around the world.